y'all, welcome to another Confessions of Yoga the Biker. I'm Yoga.
I'm Mr20 West.
And it's been a minute since we had a joint confession. It's been a minute since we rode together.
Confessions of the Biker.
And this will probably be this past weekend the first time riding together since I've upgraded from my 250 game
to what is that? It's Kawasaki
ZX6R.
ZX6R. Yeah, so 600 cc's. See, you done upgraded since the last video. No more 250.
No more 250.
I'm excited. This was like a good trip for you though.
It was.
What we went to?
We had a fun-filled weekend. Friday was primarily motor style, and Saturday was riding around the city of Atlanta. And then Sunday we went up to I don't know how to really pronounce the waterfall.
Alatoon, Alapachi,
Nope.
With a fall.
It's gonna say it right over here.
Alapucci.
Amacola.
Oh, yeah, that's what. See, if you keep guessing, it's gonna come out eventually.
No.
You just Alatoon, Alapachi.
It starts with an A.
Yes, I knew that.
Those were the waterfalls.
I was in the T9 trying to spell the word out. Alapachi Falls.
Someone's waterfall. Somewhere in Georgia.
You know what I'm trying to say, fall.
Somewhere far.
It just pop up. It was like an tornado.
Oh, and then before that we went to the car.
Oh yeah. That's really
that's how this whole
confession started off. Okay.
We went to the
After
caffeine and
caffeine. If we're gonna start off correct. Okay. All right. This is why we here. So I'm gonna tell you the good stuff, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So good stuff is, woke up in the morning, we got all dressed up, we said our prayers before we got on the bike, which we normally do. I always say, I do my prayers. Boom. We got on the expressway. Everything was fine. T was back there just boom, killing it. Even had somebody just pull up from nowhere on the S1000 real quick, and I was like, S1000? And he just like gunned it, and me and T was just like, okay, so this is how this gonna start. Like, this is how
our Sunday started.
You didn't get influenced by him, neither did I. You know what I mean? So the S1000 made it left turn to go into the perimeter mall to get to the car. So that was the first. Okay. Because I was behind T.
Yep.
And I was like, T, we following the S1000.
And yep, I totally didn't hear that.
And I'm behind her, and I started to turn, because she started turning, and I'm thinking she following the S1000, and I almost like hit her.
Yep, sure.
And I was like, oh, I thought we were following the S1000. I guess not. Okay, we're not following that. We're going down this road. So the first one, I don't know, like, what was going on right there.
So as I spoke with another female rider that upgraded her life as well, we have some working to do. Turns. I had cones and everything, and I have suggested to her, hey, we should probably find a nice empty spot.
Should be like on a beginning list. Like, just because you can ride on the road and you know how to function on the highway, you need to know how to get turns, like hard turns down pat. So,
and I'm not saying that I don't know how to make a turn.
Make a turn, you do.
And I could do U-turns, and it's the tight ones.
It's like a tight one.
I don't necessarily
like not big U-turns, but like small,
but like really money turns.
Yeah, even my turns is just like, I've been just 5 years in the game, and I'm still like, sometimes I'll be like, bruh, like, why you going like a truck? You're not a semi. What are you doing? Just go ahead, just cut that thing on in that boy. Just turn it now. You know, so yeah.
So wind that part in so we can move on to the next part of the confessions. Yes. Turns are something that I need to work on. So just because I upgraded my life does not necessarily mean like, oh yeah, I'm all like the best rider. Nope. Every ride you learn a new ride. So just being aware of that and knowing areas I need to work on, that is definitely on my checklist.
Turns.
So
not even corners, just turns. And then we're gonna talk about how we came into cars and octane.
Caffeine
octane. So we turned in there, and you gotta know how to do the clutch, because it was basically stop.
Yeah, it was.
Stop some more, and then go. So it was a lot of stop and go in there. So you had to grab the clutch. That's exactly how it was. And like my clutch hand started burning, and I know yours was burning.
It was, yeah. But I was good on that. So, and with the little tips that you gave, as far as like give a little gas before completely releasing, but like before you start trying to find your sweet spot of the clutch and giving a little gas. That first ride, I was like, "Oh, I am stalled."
Yeah,
and that's let it go a little bit. I was like,
"Yeah, you let that clutch go a little bit, it's gonna pull you, and then you give a little bit of gas. You don't even have to get that much, just a little bit, and it'll just."
And I've not stalled other than just by myself.
Learning a new bike is one of the things you got to get used to.
So Captain Octane had a great time. There'll be some little pictures probably here and there, either over here or something over here behind Mr20. So we're heading out finally to go to the waterfall ride.
Who's going to Motor Style?
Yep, Motor Style. Check them out. So we so happened to pull up to this rider, and
I pulled up. Okay, I pulled up to a red light. We was at a red light. Everybody behind us, like 6 of us. Okay, we done met up with my homeboy Flashlight, our friend, and Brittany, which Brittany, you know, used to be Brittany 250, but now it's Brittany R6. Okay, and we met up with them, and it was like 6 other people with them, and we all was like, all right, we're gonna go to Motor Style, so we can do the ride out. So we pulled up to the light, and I look over to the guy. He's like, "Yo, where y'all going?" And I noticed he had like this little camera on his head, and I was like, "Oh, he might be a motor vlogger or a vlogger, period." You know, it'd be cool to get some footage from him. I was like, "Yo, we're going to Motor Style because we're doing a ride to Amacola Falls." And he was like, "I got it, Amacola. It's close enough. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying." But he was like, "Oh, bet. I'll come with y'all because I don't know how to get there." I was like, just come on, join the train, bro. Hey, we good. So we get on the expressway.
Because he said it in my ear.
And I told her through the Cena, I said, "Hey, T, I don't really know how to get to Motor Style from here. You know, I know how to get close." And he was like, "Okay, I'll take the lead. Just get on the expressway." I was like, "Cool, alright." So we get on there, on the expressway. Of course, every time I get on the expressway, I try to make it a lane for all the rest of the bikes behind me, because you know we always be like moving kind of quickly coming on so we can get over to the HOV, you know what I mean, because you know that's our like little special lane, you know. So I get on, I just dictate, I tell everybody over to the left, over to the left. Of course there was no cars, so I was just letting everybody know over to the left, over to the left. So we get over to the left, we got somebody on the far left, and then I'm like kind of over to the right, and I'm letting T, I'm like, "All right, T, go through." T flies past me and just keep going. And I was like, "T, slow down, slow down, T,
we'll
slow."
Leave it there, before we incriminate anybody.
No, we not going to incriminate nobody. But yeah, she basically just left, and I was right behind her. So we left the whole group.
Accidentally.
And then the guy who we just met, you know, onto the expressway, basically got left too. Because he was sitting right beside T, and I was like, "T, yo, just get off, and we'll just come back around."
Because I missed my exit.
And she didn't sign to him to get off. She just got off.
I revved my engine. I moved my hand, but I think by that time
he wasn't even paying attention. He thought we was just
going
straight.
He saw me,
but there was nothing he could do. It was like a wall right there. So you went to the right, and he was like stuck on the left, unless he was gonna like try to stop and come back, turn his bike around, which most people don't. And then he like ducked his head and took off, and I was like, "Well, we lost another one, T." And
I felt so bad.
I know. And like when you're the group leader, you set the tone for the ride.
A little moment at the shop because we talked, and yeah, that kind of set my ride for the rest of the day. After that, I was like, really chill. I felt really bad.
You can't if you're the head person or the leader of the ride, you set the tone. So like even if somebody like blasts past you, you still stay that same speed because you don't need to speed up everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Usually the riders that we was with that Sunday, they're usually a little quicker, and I'm the one that's usually in the back, but I guess those were reversing. Communication is key. That is a confession. You definitely need, if you're riding in a group, you need to set the tone as far as like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We either gonna do A or B. And so everyone is on the same page, because I wasn't on the same page, and that made things not in a good manner.
It's like she found out that the 600 is like really, is like a big bike. It's a big bike.
Compared to my little 250.
And the 250, it didn't really have a lot of juice, but the 600 got a lot of juice. That ZX6R is like close as heck to the 636, so like when it's time to go, it's time to go, and it just keep going. Like I had no problem with keeping up, but
it's so smooth. You don't realize unless you look down. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's where we're at today.
So sorry to that guy that we met at the light that we left, bro. Like if you see this video by some chance, yeah, just Mr20 West in the building. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. We bad. It was like our fault. We learned. She learned a lesson. She learned a lesson. I learned something too, which is like let it be known, slow down a lot. Like I don't know what else I could have said, because I got this slow down. But I don't know. I don't know why I just thought like this was your first group. Like you was the leader. But you done did group things before where you was the leader, right? No, this is okay. Yeah,
why would I be the leader?
I don't know. I just felt like you would have a. I don't know.
I was always in the
I always felt like you was always a leader in there.
No, I have leader qualities.
Yep, you do. But
I was never the leader though. And even when I had my weekend ride prior to that, I wasn't the leader. Well, no,
nobody really liked.
I wasn't the leader. I allowed my friend, who was the visitor, to be the leader because she was on a smaller bike, and that set the tone that this is how fast we're gonna be riding today. So we can wrap up this confession. I had an awesome time with the riders this weekend, the entire weekend, and there'll be some little footage maybe here and there.
Shout out to everybody that we rode with for Labor Day weekend. It was great. It was wonderful riding with everybody. It was like family and everybody. You know what I'm saying? We did great. It was a wonderful ride.
Look forward to riding with you guys again. So this is the latest confessions of Yoga the Biker. As I said, I'm Yoga.
And it's Mr20 West.
And we're out.
Prince the producer.
Pretty cool.
Gotcha. This is so funny. We're gonna have like a
Hey, yo.